All right, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. If you just saw the reveal and stuff, which you probably did, holy crap, Legends popped off in terms of new unit releases. We thought that when it came to superhero, they would just release maybe a Super Saiyan to Ultimate Gohan, because the Piccolo is only going to be getting his awakened form, not the orange Piccolo form. This is crazy. They just said, screw that. Release the floodgates. Give him Beast. And now it leaves us all wondering, what are we going to be getting for Festival? If the latest Dragon Ball media, the newest movie, is not saved for your biggest celebration, you have to wonder what they got stored. I'm very excited for Festival now, but this video is exclusively us discussing the different kits of the new characters, because it's pretty clear Legends is going in a new wave of, I don't want to say power creep, but new direction when it comes to the characters. I think Cooler poses a new problem with the lock-in and the abysmal damage, and I think the new batch of characters is intended to address that. It's like a new version of 4D chess or whatever. But anyways, first character, Red Pan Support, 18% max HP to Movie Saga, Hybrid Saiyan, and Sun Family characters. Sorry, no, Movie Saga or Hybrid Saiyans, but if you're also a Sun Family character, you get 18% base critical, which is pretty interesting that they care about base critical. They got a couple new units that take away your crit rate, so I guess this is to sort of balance back from that. But her unique ability, apply the following effects to self per battle member when the battle starts. 25% damage inflicted cannot be cancelled, reduce damage received by 20%, 20% to key recovery, and 25% to special move damage inflicted. So her blue card clearly is going to be hitting pretty hard, but she's a support type, so I don't really expect her to be an overall tank. I expect her to really amplify the capabilities of your team. Considering she's a Movie Saga character, that's already scary because that tag is one of the best, if not the best, in the game. Next passive, applies the following effects to allies when this character switches to standby. So you with Pan, you swap out to a new character, what happens? You restore 40 ki, you get a 5% to damage inflicted buff up to 50%, and a 5% to health restore buff up to 20%. This is important. Notice it takes 10 swaps to get the full damage inflicted buff. That's because it looks like these sets of characters are all about playing around substitution counts. You're going to be playing around being able to swap into Pan and swap out quite often to get that buff. A buff to health restore and damage inflicted for a tag that has so many different characters that heal themselves with attacking, like Dragon Fist, Red Cooler, Goku Vegeta, is kind of crazy. So that's her first bit. Next part of her passive, if we skip on over, unique ability, apply the following effects to all enemies when this character enters the battlefield. She is the first to introduce a downgrade to strike and blast power, a minus 20% to blue card, ultimate, or awakened arts power, and a 30% reduction to crit rate. So we're going full circle here. It's no longer sustained damage cut. We now have characters that quite literally make your strike, blast, blue, and ultimate cards do less damage. They realize that this meta and where the game is right now is hyper offensive, so it's time to scale it back. Release characters that shave away at your power. That's insane. She's the first to do something like this. Next, she has a cover change. Knock enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed with a strike card. Comboable with her blue card. The following effects occur every time when hit with an enemy strike, blast, or special arts attack while she's on the battlefield. Inflict all enemies with 2 sub-counts, activates once. Activation count resets when character switches. Reduce enemy ki by 15. Shorten ally character Gohan or character Piccolo sub-count. So the same way Ancient Vegeta does for Goku/Vegeta clan, the same way that the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta has his sub-count reduced when your allies are taking damage. She does the same thing. We're playing around with sub-counts again. You get Pan support over and over and over again. Applies the following effects to allies when the attack is over. 30% damage inflicted. Restore 5% of your health and cancel attribute downgrades. That's insane. Up to 50% damage inflicted cannot be removed, but she gives an additional 30%. She's able to heal your team as well, because if you do take that damage, you want to restore back up. And remember, all those healing characters, Dragon Fist, Goku Vegeta, Cooler, have their health restoration buffed up, as well as them getting healed. 5%. Cancels attribute downgrades. She's a wonderful support. This little chibi character is going to be a menace for Movie Saga. She'll be an absolute ace support. Next, Piccolo Power Awakening. I kind of joked and called him Neutrogena Piccolo because he's all smooth. But anyways, purple ranged character, Super Warrior Regen Merging. I think that's a new tag. Merging? I don't recall merging ever being a thing, unless I'm crazy and I never checked. And Namekian Z Ability, 2% blast arts damage inflicted by Movie Saga, and 30% Movie Saga damage inflicted strike and blast attack. So if you're Movie Saga, Regeneration, or Super Warrior, you get a 30% strike and blast attack buff. Unique ability, apply the following effects to self when the battle starts. 80% damage inflicted, reduced damage received by 60%. Pretty standard stuff. All these characters have like 60 to 70% reduced damage received because everyone is too OP. And minus 10 to blast arts cost, very good. He's going to be a blast menace. The following effects occur also if there is a hybrid Saiyan, Regeneration, or Super Warrior battle member. He gets an additional 50% damage inflicted, and he inflicts the enemy with a -1 arts card draw speed level, as well as making all their costs go up by 10. So again, it's all about crippling the hyper offensive meta we have now. Everyone has 1 to 2 level card draw speed. I'm going to take away one. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and the purple Whis are solid examples of this. How many times have you fought that combo together and it's just a pain in the behind? You got -2 card draw speed, you never get a chance to hit them, it's annoying. Well, it's to deal with the hyper offensive meta. Next passive, the following effects occur when this character switches to standby. Restore ally health by 5%. Again, Pan, Piccolo, healing, buffing up allies. This activates 6 times. 20% of damage inflicted by allies cannot be stacked. So Pan is giving you the 30% after an attack is over, the constant stacking 5% up to 50%, and Piccolo is going to be giving 20%. So Pan and Piccolo are a fantastic duo. And reduce enemy key by 20. Gotta cripple that hyper offensive meta. Next passive, there's so much more going on with Piccolo. Restore ally character Gohan or Pan health by 20% when this character is defeated. Buff up the homies. Randomly destroy 2 enemy cards when changing cover. Knock back enemy to long range if cover change is performed against a strike card. Combo with the blue card, so you got 2 new strike cover changes with Pan and Piccolo. Apply the following effects to self when this character shows up on the field. Draw a special arts card, activates twice. Restore 20 key, 100% to the next blast arts damage inflicted. I think the purple Vegito does the same thing, but I think his is like 60% or something like that. And you notice that damage buff, you notice it. And he gets a 15 timer count, level 1 card draw speed buff. Applies the following effects to the enemy when this character lands a strike or blast arts hit. So while you're beating the crap out of your opponent, they get a plus 20% to damage received down buff, and they have a minus 20% to health restore. It's crazy. This is just to the person you're beating up. It's not their entire team like Ultra Super Vegito, but again, this character does so much. Supports, damage dealing, and debuffs people. The following effects occur after the enemy attack is over. Inflict all enemies with no switching. Restore own key by 20. Kind of like Kalen Caulifla or Bardock. If you go for tap attacks, that character's stuck. You're stuck with fighting with Piccolo or whoever. So another way to really lock in opponents. And I believe that's all there is for Piccolo. Yes, we're going to jump to the most insane part about this. As I said earlier, they just jump, well, they go ahead and they say full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku's getting a Zenkai. They restrict his Zenkai ability to green GT. It should have been green Sun family, but whatever, I guess. Well, no, I guess it's fine that it's green GT for Gogeta. It's just funny how for Pan they flipped it around, you know what I mean? Her Z ability doesn't even... Oh well, whatever. Anyways, we're going to jump to the biggest thing, the Beast Gohan reveal. And this guy is insane. I feel confident saying he is a top 2 unit in the game. Probably is the best unit in the game. Let's go ahead and see what he does. He's a blue strike unit, so cooler is... It's very dangerous. Be careful. 30% to Hybrid Saiyan, Movie Saga, or Sun Family base strike attack and defense, and a 15% buff to Hybrid Saiyan blast defense. Unique ability. His unique gauge gets filled out right when he shows up on the field. He gets a 90% to damage inflicted buff, reduced damage received by 60%. All his costs are down by 5, and he has card draw speed level 1, all of which cannot be cancelled. Craziness. Very fantastic. It's kind of like a cookie cutter passive. But this is where things get nuts. When he shows up on the field, 40 key restored, 60% to damage inflicted. So he's already at 150%, right? He will take type neutral damage like Bardock does when an ally is dead. He takes type neutral damage, so a green unit will only be doing type neutral damage to Gohan. This passive activates 5 times for 10 timer counts, so 50 timer counts worth of that. I mean, if Gohan hasn't killed you then I don't know, it's crazy. And he nullifies attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions. I do believe this also includes Hercule's passive with the paralysis, thank God for that. The following effects also occur if there's a defeated battle member. He gets a 10% additional reduced damage received, so he's now up to 70%, which is noticeable. Randomly destroy an enemy card and restore own health by 25%, activates 3 times. So every time he swaps in, if there's one defeated battle member, he heals up 25%. That's a stupid amount. The yellow Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the LF Dragon Fist, he has the same thing, but I think his is 10% or 15% for the amount of HP that he heals. So 25% of your HP is actually quite a bit. Also draw a special arts card next if there's a defeated character, Piccolo or Pan battle member. So it looks like you kind of want to run these two together, but no surprise that Pan is buffing up Blue Sun family because it's for Gohan Beast. Very good. The following effects occur when changing cover. Randomly destroy one enemy card. Knock back enemy to long range if a cover change is performed against a strike or blast. So just like purple Broly, red MUI Goku, the purple UI Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, strike and blast, he has cover change to both of them. But for him, it only happens twice. So you're gonna have to be careful with using these cover changes. If you use this against, say, a blue card, that counts as one of your cover change charges. So you wasted one. You only get 2, and you wasted 1. But you can combo this with the blue card, of course. Pretty standard stuff. This is where it gets stupid. His unique gauge is dumb. Remember, he shows up on the field gaining his unique gauge right out the gate. So his own passive, shorten own sub count by 3. Every time an enemy uses a special move, awakened, or ultimate arts card. So if they're trying to go for the finisher, Gohan can come in and protect them against that. Apply the following effects to self when an enemy activates the Rising Rush. Restore on health by 30% and get endurance. Heal yourself up to 30% post endurance. So just like Jiren, very nice. Units with anti-endurance passives will obviously have a profound crippling effect to this. So I don't really want to hold it to the highest regard, but it's there. And then this is where it gets stupid. Charges on unique gauge every time this character uses an arts card while they're on the field. Apply the following effects to self once the unique gauge is filled. Restore on ki by 40, 25% damage inflicted for 30 timer counts. So Gohan shows up on the field his first run at 175% damage inflicted. Increases arts card speed by 1 level for 15 timer counts. And apply buff effect, nullify enemy special actions that activate when changing cover for 15 timer counts. So Gohan shows up his first time on the battlefield, gets full ki, 175% damage inflicted, level 2 card draw speed, and doesn't care about cover change for 15 timer counts. So when Gohan shows up for his first combo, you can't stop him at all. Unless you're killing cards or reducing his ki or locking them in, nothing is stopping Gohan from comboing you for like 8 to 10 plus cards at a minimum. That is ridiculous. Gohan is unstoppable. And the crazy part is that level 2 card draw combo that he's doing, how many cards does it take to fill in his unique gauge? Because if it takes 10 and Gohan hits 10 again with his comboing, he's just going to continue comboing. He's not going to stop. He gets the level 2 card draw speed again. He gets the key to continue comboing. So it actually is quite alarming, maybe a little bit concerning. And of course, he gets a little sprinkling of 15% ult damage inflicted, but that's insane. That single-handedly right there is why he's top 2. He could be top 1, honestly. I'm just saying this from seeing his kit right here, but that is an insane kit. Insane. We don't even know the specific details of his green card. We don't know the specific details of his blue card. We don't know what kind of cards he carries. You know how your deck, you get unique strike and blast cards. We don't know what his does. For all we know, Gohan's strike card works like green Khalifa, where it was giving her 25% strike damage inflicted for what, 2 or 5 timer counts every time she hit you. Gohan is cracked. He will be top 2 in the game. Featured or not featured boost, doesn't matter. I think he's top 2 in the game. The only reason why I'm not putting him above Cooler is because we haven't tried him yet. This scenario that I'm telling you right now, it's up for debate. We have to see. but he looks ridiculous. If there's any unit that's going to topple cooler androids, the 2 Ultra Fusion Warriors, MUI, it's this guy. This guy looks insane. So we'll have to see. But you let me know in the comment section below. Are you hyped for this character? Does this scare you that he's this hyper powerful craziness? And let me know in the comment section below what you're thinking with these releases. That's going to be it. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a crazy one tonight, it seems. By the way, this event, I noticed that this one's a bit controversial. So the way that it works is this thing is permanent. You use these specific units to clear specific stages. But because it's permanent, I'm not going to hold it against them about these 2 here. I'm not really going to hold it against them. You need these characters to do these stages. I understand that. If they said this was a timed event, I would say that's poor practice. Don't do that. But for them saying that it's a permanent event, always here, no matter what, there will come a time where you do get this character or this character. You basically get yourself another copy of them, which is very, very good. Honestly, that's a very good change, and I'm gonna say that this was a positive effect. It being a permanent event, I'm not really that concerned with it. So I don't know. You let me know in the comment section below how you feel about that. But anyways, that's gonna be it. I gotta jump back straight to work, but super exciting. Maybe follow me on Twitter and Twitch in case we do our summons live. We'll have to see. But yeah, we got Gohan Beast. That's insane. I will see you guys next time. Peace.